Good evening. Welcome to Within the Madness, the ladies' edition. Got Cardell Dudley Jr., Raymond Lyons, Wilson Tarpe Jr. Before we get into the names, going to let you guys give you a quick update. What happened last night in the Mercado region? You had 2-3 matchup, Texas A&M. They were taken down by Arizona. Ari McDonald, 31 points, 5 rebounds. Leah Wilson, 17 points and 10 rebounds. Tonight, Maryland's taking on Texas. It's halftime of that one. It's 32-25. And we're going to start in the Alamo region with Stanford and Missouri State. Stanford, they rolled past Missouri State 89-62. Their defense held them under 20 points for 3 to 4 quarters. Keanu Williams led Stanford with 16 points. Ellie Ruffridge had 18 for Missouri State. Guys, just want to keep moving.
It was a beat down. It was a beat down. Not much to see here, folks.
I just wanted to make sure.
Forgive us. Forgive us. Maryland playing right now, so it is what it is, folks. I'm just keeping it a buck. If Missouri State ain't care enough to compete better, it is what it is. They got punished.
All right. Oh, man. All right. And then earlier, Louisville and Oregon, it was a 2-6 matchup. Dana Evans, 29 points. Nayara Sabali, she led Oregon with 14-7, but she went out with an injury. But Dana Evans, Louisville, they're in the Elite Eight. You guys' thoughts on them getting back to, I guess, what they feel is their standard in terms of being where they feel they should be at internally?
It was a Dana Evans show. Pure and simple. They couldn't do nothing with her. She hit shots literally from everywhere, including the NBA range. She got in the groove, and you see why she's All-American and why she's projected to be a top pick. We've been saying it all tournament long. Guard play is very, very important in March Madness because you control the pressure, you control the tempo, you control everything. And when you got a point guard that can do that and get hers or his, it's really not much you can do unless you have some pieces on your side that can counteract that, especially on the perimeter. Louisville they just got on her back, man. Let's call it what it is, and she delivered, as All-American should. So it was her night. 29 points. Like I said, 29 points and 1 assist. So clearly the coach said, give her the green light, take shots at AI style because you got it going. So that's what she did. She delivered and moving on.
Right, if you have anything to add at all.
No, yeah, I was happy for her, man, watching the game because she's had a couple rough ones getting as the tournament has gone on, but she got back to form tonight. Louisville defense, man, outside the third quarter, they completely locked Oregon up. They and then Oregon, they wasn't able to slow the game down and take advantage of their size. They made a push, but Louisville just ran it right back up. And once Sably went down, I kind of the writing was pretty much on the wall. But man, Louisville, they on defense, man, they were full court pressure. They were swarming, causing turnovers, getting easy baskets, and Oregon just couldn't contend with that. And on the offensive side, obviously Dana Evans just did her thing. So it was complete game from Louisville.
All right, on to the last matchup that we have to discuss. 1-5 matchup between South Carolina and Georgia Tech. It was some talented bigs on the floor in this one. Yeah, Lorella Kabai. You guys already know how most people feel about Leah Boston. It was a close game for about a half or so. Then South Carolina kind of got right in the third quarter, and they eventually went on to win the game. Latian had 20 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists for the Yellow Jackets. And Leticia Amahiri, she really stepped up for South Carolina. She had 15 points and 7 rebounds off the bench for them.
I feel like this was a chess match type of game. Well coached on both sides, and honestly well executed. I just feel like South Carolina had more players that made tougher shots efficiently. That's why they won. They sometimes in college at this point in time, the season, March Madness, it comes down to, pros. And South Carolina has a few pros where Georgia Tech might have one, you know what I mean, one or two, you know what I mean, and that's the difference. Pros make things happen when if you weren't a pro, you can't make that happen. You can't make those shots. You can't make that play, and that's what happens. Look, it was a great it was execution on both ends for both teams, but still, with Aaliyah Boston kind of struggling because she's battling Kabaj. They shot 56% from the field, 57% from three-point range, and 100% from the free throw line. Like that, you couldn't ask for a better shooting performance if you're Dawn Staley. And your best player, your big, didn't even get off like that. She was 4 for 10, and she's usually way more efficient than that inside. So, Cook and Saxton, especially, I'm here off the bench, 6 for 8. Cook 6 for 13, Saxton 6 for 8. That's efficient. They only missed a couple shots all game, and they were taking turns. So it's hard to stop that, man. That tidal wave in Georgia Tech. Like, who you gonna key in on to slow down? The other one, cheating down the person you keyed on going off. It's just simple basketball, man. And that's the reason why they held off Georgia Tech. Otherwise, if they weren't that efficient, things might have went different because they did a good job of slowing down Boston.
Right.
Yeah, they picked the perfect time to find their 3-point range. They had been struggling the previous 2 games, so that came in handy. Especially with Aaliyah Boston not getting off to a fast start. I feel like that was pretty much a lot of the separation. Then South Carolina got a little bit more off the bench. They outscored Georgia Tech bench 21-3. So that's that was big. You like against a team like South Carolina with that type of depth, you need to contribute from 1 to 10 or however many is on your roster. But South Carolina just had a little too much talent for them. But it definitely was a great game. Well coached. Both teams executed. Both teams responded. 2 heavyweights throwing haymakers, man. And that's what it was. South Carolina just outlanded them.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back tomorrow again. Folks making it Elite 8, waiting for Maryland, Texas. They'll be the final member of the Elite 8. Then Elite 8 action starts for both the men's and women's tomorrow. So we'll be back tomorrow night for more madness. You guys have anything you want to add before we move on?
No, sir.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Same time, not same time, but same place. Because tomorrow we also got Wizards. So we have Wizards, both editions of Within the Madness, with the men's and the women's.
We got all 3 the next 2 nights with the focus on Tuesday. So.
Oh, dang, yeah.
We do.
We working, folks. Just bear with us. We working, man.
Yeah, I understand how bad I'm just trying to get to Wednesday. Just want to see like 12:02 Wednesday.
So forgive me if I say Aaliyah Boston or something like that during the Wizards broadcast. You got to excuse that. It's probably gonna happen.
It's all running together, man.
Yeah.
Man, it's so bad, right? I thought I messed up the beginning of this. With Arizona, I forgot. Like, I'm thinking I saw Arizona play today. I didn't. I just saw highlights. Like there's a lot going on. Let me say, be with us. Thank y'all for your support thus far. I look forward to talking tomorrow again. A lot of basketball tomorrow. A lot of basketball on Tuesday. We started with you guys at the beginning of the tournament. I'll ride this thing all the way to the end. So look forward to doing that with you guys. See y'all tomorrow night.